Yes. What's righteous, world? It's that smooth, spitting, fast talking host with the most. It's only right. And this is Write Your Own History TV. Before we go any further, I want to thank the Most High for this moment in time. Also want to give a shout out to WAP Tour Music, Cuzzo FM Radio, LLR Radio, and the Tattoo Shop Radio for broadcasting Write Your Own History TV on their platforms. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a safe, productive Monday up to this point. Tonight's guest, Andrea Powell, aka Empress, podcaster, future Tyler Perry director in the making, author of 3 books, Deception, Lies, and Betrayal, PTSD, and Repent. How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. So tonight we're going to chop it up with her, get into her writing process, her inspiration, what motivates her. Just, chop it up with her, let her talk her talk, tell her story. What's up, Sam? Peace. Share this, about 9:05, we're going to get it cracking and just have a good time. Share the video, good comment, questions. If you have any questions, put in the comment box. I'll try to get to as much questions as comments as I can during the interview. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. You know how I do. If you're not familiar with this platform, Write Your Own History TV, Write Your Own History Live TV is a platform just promoting artists, writers, creatives, promoting their what they do, their talents, just bridging the gap with networks. That's all it's about, giving us a platform, a voice for those that don't have one, to promote their creativity, their talents, and just see who they, just see who they can meet and who they can network with. It's what it's all about, really. To be honest, it's not rocket science. It's just a platform to promote that promotes positivity, constructive progress, productivity. We want people to. It's a safe space. If you want to air out your grievances, that's what it's all about. It doesn't really. It's not about being famous. Not about being popular. It's about being human, being true to yourself, and that's what it's all about. So share the video if you can. Tune in. Again, we got Audrey Powell, aka Empress. We're gonna get into her creative thinking. How's your Monday? My Monday was blessed. It's Memorial Day. If you celebrate Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day. Happy Monday. Hope everybody is blessed. What's up, Fly Ty? How you living, player? How's everything? Again, tonight, if you're just tuning in, tonight's guest, writer, podcaster, future Tyler Perry director in the making, Audrey Powell. Got a few books out. Young lady been working hard, putting some work in, podcast, just promoting her books, trying to get her books out there. I think she has I know the first book is published. Deception, Lies, and Betrayal is published. I'm not sure if PTSD and Repent is published, but I know she's been working hard. So I want to just, I want y'all to, tap into her, get to know her journey. What's good, Fly Ty? I've been good, man. I can't complain, man. I've been good. What's good, City? Shout out to everybody tuned in. I've been good. I can't complain. Just grinding, working, staying out the way, and continuing to write my own history. That's all. James, what's good? Again, if you just tuned in about a minute, we're going to chop it up with Audrey Powell, writer, female writer, podcaster. Again, future Tyler Perry director in the making, talented, creative. So we're going to chop it up with her. But until she gets on, I'm still doing this. Come on, I'm still doing this thing. It ain't, I can't, I give all praises to the Most High. I hate to sound like a preacher, but it's all due to him. All due to him. It's days sometimes I don't feel like doing this. I don't even want to do the podcast, and that's just being honest, but I have to. It's a must. It's for us. This is This is our platform. This is our outlet. So this is my, you know, this is what he got me doing. So I'm just following the path. That's all. Let me send a request to tonight's guest just to make sure she tuned in. You know, this hour be going fast. What's going on out there, world? What y'all getting into, man? Me, I'm getting married. I'm getting married in what, June 2nd, 5 days, to my beautiful woman. It's a beautiful thing. I'm happy. I'm excited. You know, feel like I've been married already, but just making it official. You know, making that union official. So it's a beautiful thing. Making that union official. But yeah, I've been doing good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Up there she go. We about to get it cracking. Let me. As soon as she Audrey, what's good? I just sent you an invite. You could request to join. Good looking notes. Shout out my guy Nose 82. Got that new single out, Shorty Bad. Check him out. New project dropping June 1st. Get in tune with the Brooklyn born MC. Dope. Got some dope music. What's good? What's good, Audrey? I just sent you a invite. Did you get it? I hope you got it. See if you could send me a request, and we could get this thing jumping off. I definitely want everybody to get in tune with Audrey, aka Empress. She got some good things going on. Get in tune with Notes. Got some good things going on. Get in tune with Sam. You know, that's the Activated Podcast. Chain, see, great, a lot of good things going on. So get in tune with these people. Don't miss out. Did you get the invite? Or is it letting you request? Talk to me. In the build. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we about to get it. We about to get it. All right,
Hey,
hey,
what's
what's
up? What's
going
up?
on? What's going on? What's the word? How you doing tonight?
I'm chilling. I have my head wrapped. I'm ready for bed. Yes.
I appreciate I appreciate you. First off, I want to just thank you for taking the time out to be on this platform and tell your story and let people get into your creative thinking and all that. So thank you for taking the time out and being a guest on my platform. So I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
No problem. So for those that just tuned up, who don't know who, let me just introduce you real fast. This is Audrey Powell. I'm saying your name right, Audrey, right? Audrey
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
aka Empress. Podcaster, future Tyler Perry director in the making, writer, 3 books.
Yes.
Come on, we putting that out there. You gotta manifest that. We gotta put
Yes,
that out there. You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? Author of 3 books: Deception, Lies, and Betrayal, Repent, PTSD. Um, she's doing her thing out here, just promoting her books, trying to get them. Before I say trying to get them published, I know one of your books is published, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one, Deception, Lies, and
And
Betrayal, right?
and the second one, Repent, is published already. And then the third one, PTSD, is coming out real soon.
Okay, so
So
she's
yeah.
she, she, she's working. So if you're not familiar with this platform, this is we on the couch right now. We like
Yeah.
you on one end of the couch. I'm at one end. We chilling. We vibing out. So I just want people to get to know who you are, get to know your inspiration, your motivation, why you even wrote those books, and the people that you encountered that even made you that got you thinking to write to start writing and things of that nature. So first, I want to start with where you from. Let the people know where you from. What even got you to even start writing as far as were you a poet? Did what got you into writing books? So I'm gonna give you the platform and you could do your things. You could just tell your story, baby girl.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm from the Bronx. I've been writing ever since elementary school, and I've been like, well, actually, it started from me writing like short poems and stuff, and then it branched off to writing short stories. I was a bookworm. I'm still a bookworm. I'm very big on Goosebumps, the Junie B. Jones, all of those books that we grew up on. I'm just like familiar with. So I've been hooked ever since, and I just was like, you know what? I wanna write content that's very relatable. You know, because like I read books and then I realize that it puts you in a different world, but it's like not a world that's relatable, if that makes sense. So when I wrote Deception, Lies, and Betrayal, I actually was in a relationship at that time. So I was, you know, fresh, and the inspiration came from the guy that I was with. So he basically told me like a story, and I just branched off of that, and I was just like, this sounds like a good storyline. So like, why not? So I just branched off of that, and I made up my own characters. I also developed, you know, more to each of the characters' background. So I didn't want to just, you know, just make it dedicated to, you know, yeah.
You just want to make it plain. You want to have some substance.
Right,
And
right.
I think it's dope and intriguing when you can draw personal experience. You know what I'm saying? And draw on things you went through, because it makes, like you said, more relatable. It makes it more personal, and then you put more into it when it's
Right.
actually drawn from something that actually happened to you. These are that nature. So I also know that you want to turn that book into like a movie, a short movie.
Yeah.
I know you was doing it. So just tell people about, first of all, before we get to that, tell people the process of writing that book.
Oh
And
God.
and and because I know, as you know, writers, whether it's rapping, poetry, and that, we all have different processes of
Right.
what we go through. And I know, I'm pretty sure you probably had 100 copies. You write, crump them up 100 times, and all. So just tell people, those that don't understand the process of what goes into actually writing a book, is because it's not a poem, it's not a rap.
Right. Right.
It's very different. So just try to dive into that for a little bit.
Um, I would say the writing process is, I mean, it has its moments. You know, it has its moments where like I'll be able to write like 1 or 2 chapters straight through with no problem. And then like there'll be days where I'm just like, damn, I don't wanna I don't wanna focus on this and just write right now. But it's like being, I feel like because I'm so hungry for this and I'm like
Mhm.
dedicated and I'm passionate about it, I usually try to make it my business to finish the book in a timely fashion. I do have an editor, and my editor is dope. Like she literally helps me with like, you know, adding stuff, taking out, and just giving me her input and insight on you know, my book and stuff. But other than that, I feel like if it's something, it's especially writing a book, because writing a book is completely different from just like you said, writing a song, writing, you know, poetry. If you really want to write a book, you have to be dedicated. Like even on my way to work, I will literally sit here and be on the train and write in a chapter, and even if it's like 2 sentences or 3 sentences, like it is still something, you know. And the fact that I'm gaining readers, and it's like, you know, they're even anticipating on book 3. They're like, yo, where's book 3 at? Like, what?
Mhm.
You can't just leave us reading books 1 and 2 and not having book 3. So me as an author, I wanted to definitely you know, just have that the cliffhanger, you know. In
Yeah.
every book that I write, I always want to be different. I don't want to be like every other author and just, you know.
You always want to
So
be, you want to be fresh.
yeah.
That's actually a good way of thinking. Is I know you said it was, from the relationship. When you were writing this, the first one, did it did you take you on like an emotional roller coaster? Were there moments where you maybe you kind of, I know you said you kept going, but I know because it's personal in a sense, did it make you like kind of reach out to your ask on some, yo, you kind of hurt me, like you kind of messed me up type of thing, or and you know, I mean, because sometimes you might have thought you moved on from something, but then
Right.
as writing the book or whatever, and it's like, hold on, that I really didn't get over that. So you might have had to address something that you thought was addressed, but it really wasn't addressed. So
Well,
did you go through anything of that?
actually, I wouldn't say like the way that that happened. It was not so much as like he hurt me. It was more
Okay.
so like, we kind of parted ways. We grew apart. And so I just, I even reached out and was like, I thank you for this. Sorry it didn't work out, like things
Okay.
like that. But I'm pretty sure he knows that he was a part of the inspiration. Like he was definitely, yeah. So if he ever did get the chance to read the book, then he'll know like, yo, she's definitely, talking about me. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, then I don't ever,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Are you still working on the movie part or the visual part of that book?
I'm actually, I realized that the way that I want the movie to be is taking more time than usual.
Hmm.
So I'm not too focused on that. I'm focused on making it an audiobook because I know a lot of people, they don't read. So they're like, "Oh, I want to hear it. Like I don't want to read it. I want to hear it." So
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Okay." I'm definitely working on just getting people to play the voices of these characters because this book is definitely dope and it's definitely relatable. It's not something that, is, made up. It's definitely true
Hmm.
events that happen in real life with like real life people. So, yeah.
And that's good. That's a blessing. I know we had some scenes. We shot some scenes from what
Yeah.
you were trying to do, and it was dope. So I wanted to see how that played out. But then again, life happens, and when it's meant to be done, it'll be done the right way, and it'll get your vision how you want to be out there. Um, Rent and PSD, are those like continuations of part one? Do they kind of like relate to each other, or those are separate entities in their own?
So, I would say they're
Pardon me, I
continuations.
said rent. I meant repent. I said rent. I'm sorry.
Now you're good. No, Repent is like a continuation, and PTSD is more so like an insight on Elliot's character. Because I know in the beginning, like I just gave, an introduction of all three of the brothers.
Mhm.
So like each book kind of explains from a different from their point of view. So like book one was about Trey. Book two was kind of about Elliot, not too much. Book three is definitely more so about Elliot. Elliot ends up running into his father when he goes to jail. So like that's kind of something that's like a shocker because it's like, wait, I'm running into my pops in jail. Where you been at? Like, so that's kind of something that when I wrote that chapter, that was definitely triggering because I know like even for myself, like I can speak from well, I wouldn't say fully from Elliot's perspective, but I would say from that part where he runs into his father and he's like, "Yo, who you?" Like, like
Mhm.
it's intense. It's static between them. So when he runs into his father now, it's like, okay, now you want to sit here and play the father role. You want to check for me now, and it's like, where were you at? All these years
Yeah.
when I was going through what I was going through. So, PTSD definitely gives more of an insight on Elliot's character because I know everybody's like, I don't like Elliot. So yeah, PTSD
Now,
definitely explains his character and how he is as a person and why he is the way he is.
now I'm glad 'cause I was going to ask about the main character. Now, for those that don't know who Elliot is or Trey, can you just kind of dive into those characters and who and what inspired those characters and the roles they have in the stories?
Okay, so what inspired those characters was like the people that I interacted with. Trey, for example, is the guy that I was dating, like I basically made him into that character.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, let me just, describe him as this calm, cool, collective person. Somebody, that's just laid back, that doesn't really do too much. Theodore is somebody that I would say he played both sides of the spectrum of the friendship between Trey and Elliot. So you always have that one friend that's like, I don't know whose side I wanna,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it makes sense.
That's good. So this future Tyler Perry directing the making.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. What do you see yourself in that? Why, first of all, why Tyler Perry?
I feel like Tyler Perry is, first of all, Tyler Perry's the GOAT, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been watching him since his plays, like, before his plays were movies, I even was at one of his plays when it was only $20. I was literally at this man's play, and it's just the messages that were relayed through the people on stage, like the people that were acting out. And I just feel like he's just an inspiration. Like,
Okay.
his messages made sense. Like, I remember when I was younger, I literally watched his plays for entertainment, but it's like rewatching them back now, it's like, wow, like it really makes sense. Like, it really relates to real life issues that people encounter in real life. So that's why I'm just like, and then the fact that he was once homeless, he was in his car, living in his car. He had, abuse from his father. Like, that man went through a lot. And the fact that he never gave up, like, he was just literally on some, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. And I see myself like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. So it's like, I wouldn't say writing for me is a job. I would say writing for me is, like I said, writing is, for me, is something that's been my passion since elementary school. So now that I'm actually, taking the necessary steps in making it into a movie, because a lot of people tell me, they're like, listen, Audrey, you don't have to, rush it, movies take time. And I'm just like, no, but I gotta get this out there. Like, I gotta get this done. Like, and people just be like, listen, movies take time. Like, you can't rush it, And it's not even, I wouldn't say I would be rushing it. I would just say I just wanted to get it out there. Like, it's another way for me to let people know, like, look, this is also a book. This is not just, you know, a book. It's also a movie as well. So
Have you ever thought about or considered trying to make it a play as well?
I thought about it, but then I'm like, I'm just like, eh. I don't know. I mean, a series is doable, but it's like, even with doing a series, it's like you need people that's dedicated. You need people that's gonna be on point. And me as a director, me as the leader of everything, I also have to, like, literally be running behind people and be like, look, y'all gotta make sure this is done. Y'all gotta make sure y'all doing this. Because,
Yeah. You when it comes to your editor, is it hands on with your editor, or you let her just free flow because you have that trust in her, where as far as like she kind of knows you and knows your vision and where you want to go with it, or is it a hands on where you're kind of either on the phone or right there with her and y'all going back and forth?
it's actually, because we actually are on Zoom. So I would, like, she would also, okay. So basically how that goes is, we would have our weekly meetings. Like, she'll let me know, like, oh, are you available Tuesday at 6 o'clock? And I'll be like, yeah, I get off work at such and such time. So I mean, it usually works. It's not, she's definitely a dope editor. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I always tell people, like, if you're writing a book, whether it's a poetry book, whether it's, one of my books, definitely I always recommend her because she's very professional and she always updates her clients. Like I've been her client since day one, since my first book. So
And,
yeah.
and, and that's why I asked that for that specific reason, is to, in case someone was tuned in that, needed an editor or someone to hear, your perspective and how she works. Um, as a melanated woman and putting books out there, what other hurdles that you have encountered? They're trying to get as far as getting the book published, and what did you have to overcome to get these books published? Just being
Um,
a female and being black and then being independent.
I would say I wouldn't say, because I mean, people, they have their constructive criticism, and I'm fine with constructive criticism. Like that makes me a better author. Like I appreciate constructive criticism. Like if you don't like the book, okay, what didn't you like about it? What can I do,
Mm-hmm.
as an author that will make you want to read one of my books, So I
Yeah.
try to, that's why this whole entire sequel is definitely relatable. Like the baby mama situation, the betrayal situation with brothers, because not just with women in general, like a sisterhood, where you experience betrayal, it's also with a brotherhood as well. So I experienced a lot of great feedback from my books so far. So I haven't really received any, I wouldn't say negative, but some things that I would need to improve on. Because I know, like, in book one, it was like a lot of characters that
Mm-hmm.
everybody was trying to keep up with. Everybody's like, wait, hold on, this person got this going on, then this got, so I get it. It's a lot. And throughout like the second and third book, I tried to like tone it down a little bit with introducing new characters right away. So I tried to like, take it easy and also come to like a conclusion with what's that called? With the characters that I already introduced. Instead of just
Yeah.
introducing new characters and not, putting an end to like the old characters that I introduced.
Okay. You don't want it to be a whole bunch of random characters all over the place.
Right.
And people are like, hold on,
Right.
but what happened to John in two? She ain't even finished with John.
Right.
What happened to
Right.
him? That makes sense. And and to kind of go off that first question I asked, was there any pushback as far as getting the book actually published and out to the public, as far as in companies and things of that nature?
I
Companies
mean,
that didn't maybe understand where you were coming from, or because of the, of course, let's be real, being black and especially being a female is like,
yeah.
hold on, what we don't, and there's so many stereotypes about black books that we don't want to hear another ghetto story. We don't want to hear about this. So, were there any things that you experienced like that, or any pushback? Any just like you had to really put your foot down, like, yo, this ain't that.
Right.
This is blah 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 blah.
I don't think I've experienced anything like that, but I feel like if I was, then of course it would be like, okay, let me, because with most bookstores, you have to be signed to like a publishing company to get your book in there. And a lot of these bookstores, they're not taking, books from independent authors. I don't know why, but I feel like the reason why I took the route that I took was because y'all not gonna tell me, oh, I gotta finish this book by this date. Like, no.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
chapters, when writing chapters, they have to be thoroughly written out. Like, you can't just sit
Mm.
here and be like, okay, I'm gonna write chapter 2 and be done by 12 o'clock by tonight. Like, that's not how it works. When you write a book, you literally have to think it out. Like, you have to have an outline.
Mhm.
You can't just write off the top of your head and just be like, oh, it is what it is. No, you have to, the story has to make sense.
Mhm.
So I haven't, like I said, I haven't encountered anything like that, but I have encountered where, like, it's like a process and things like
Mhm.
that. Like, they want to do like a background check. They want to see, what this book is about. And That's basically it. Not too much though.
Yeah. Did you do they question like did you go to writing school? Did you I'm asking because I don't know the process of writing a book, and you just never know who's tuned in that might that just wants to understand the process. Even myself, because like you said, it's not just oh shit, I got an idea. Let me write this down. Let me write a
You gotta
couple of
do an
pages down.
outline,
And just
yeah.
I got a book. You know what I'm saying? So like I just see I just forgot my own question. Damn, what I was gonna say? Don't worry. Sometimes my mind be speeding sometimes,
Right.
but Jesus Christ, I was talking about the process and that. I'll get back to it. Jesus Christ, that was a good one too. Sorry, people, but
You good, you
well,
good.
um, what's your when people when people hear your name, Audrey Powell, the writer, what do you want people? What's the response you want? Like your legacy. What's your as a writer? What's your thing? What's your what when it's all said and done, they're gonna remember me for this.
I actually want to be known for like keeping it real, cause it's like I feel like even though like rappers they keep it real in their songs, I want to be the one to also continue keeping it real, but keeping it real in books,
Okay.
keeping it real in my movies, you know.
Yeah.
So and also having that message that is clear and that's obvious, you know.
hmm
So yeah.
That's good. Um what were your like? Who did you look up to as a writer? That like I know you went into the Goosebumps and those books, but is there any particular male or female writer or book that say yo that you know how you might read a book or we movie like yo I want to be I want to be a director. You see, is that thing that spoke to you? Was there a specific book or a specific author that when you read that book it was like oh nah this is what I want to do?
Um, I would say Goosebumps. Like I remember I started this one book about a dentist where he like literally be killing his patients. And I was like, wait, no, that's too gruesome. Hold on. Let me just figure something out. Let me figure out how I can like word it. Let me figure out how I can write it. Um I would say definitely R.L. Stein because he definitely stood out to me. Like he was one of those writers that was like, yeah. And his books are movies. I think no, they're
Yeah,
shows. I'm sorry,
shows.
they're shows. But yeah, definitely him.
That's good. For those who know, our sound is dope. Dope books that definitely left. You
Yeah,
definitely not your average books.
they're yeah. And not for nothing, his books are also. I've heard his books were banned. I guess because like the way he would write his books. But I feel
Mm.
like now that I'm older, it's like there's nothing wrong with his books.
Yeah.
Like there's
You
nothing wrong
know,
with them.
it, it's funny if they banned books for different all type of reasons. It could have been, you know, provocative to them,
Yeah,
but to us it's like, oh, nah, I love that book. They even banned, I think, what's that Toni Morrison book? I think they banned some To Kill a Mockingbird in some places. Like some bookstores
yeah.
don't sell it. It's like,
They were banning a lot of books in Florida. I've seen that.
yeah,
I've seen that.
they don't. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to
Being
know the truth about a lot of
yeah,
things.
it's all right. One way or another, my books are gonna be told. My books are gonna be heard told about. So
And that's good. That's like, you just gotta keep going. The key is to be consistent, and you've been consistent for a while, a long time. You continue to create avenues, create things, and keep the woman dream alive. And I may not say woman dream, just keep the writer's dream alive. Because I
yeah,
don't like to say you're a woman writer, a male writer, you're a writer. Well, you know what I mean? You're a writer. It shouldn't determine male or female. You're a writer. One question: do you ever consider, or would you ever consider, or you probably ever considered it when you get to a certain point in your writing career to kind of teach young writers how to the format to write? Because it's not like you said earlier. It's not just writing on page. It's an outline. It's a storyline. It's a whole. Before you even get to the page, before it actually gets it on paper, it has to be in your mind how it's going to be set up.
Right.
Do you think you'll be open to just like giving back and teaching young writers how to write and format and how to put it together?
I would definitely be open to that because I feel like, you know, with writing, your thoughts can be all over the place. Like I know even when I write my books, my thoughts be all over the place and I'd be like, you know what, I can't write this chapter today. Let me just, work on it later, and I get it. So that I feel like, yeah, I'll be definitely open to that. So yeah.
That's cool. That I asked that because it just you know we don't. A lot of times we for we're all human. Sometimes we get so focused on doing our chasing our dream that we forget that when we didn't have what we didn't
Yeah.
have what we wanted to have when we were coming up and grinding. And we sometimes it gets lost in translation. That sweat. Let me teach someone behind me that wants to be a future writer or a future
Right.
director or a future creative. So just that's why I asked the question. Just trying to get people to know who you are, and you never know who's watching that might have a daughter or son that
Right.
might reach out to you that, hey, you know what, I like what you're doing. I want to get my daughter involved. Or they might want to even get involved. Who knows? So that's why I just like to ask those questions. Where can they find your books? What bookstores are they in? Is it online? Because I wanna promote them. I want to put them on my page, and so people can. Is it on Amazon? Where can they get in tune with your books?
So I'm currently working on a book bundle. So this book bundle, you can order it through me. You can get 3 books. You get the coffee mug, and if you're a female, you get the tank top. If you're a male, you get the sweatshirt. The sweatshirt has like the chest piece on the front, and then it has like the book titles on the back. And then
Mm.
for the women, the tank tops, it just has like book 1, Deception, Lies, and Betrayal across the front. So yeah. I'm currently
Oh,
also working on a website, so probably this summer the website should be up. So
oh,
yeah, people will be able to order through me.
so I'm just putting that on my page right now. You heard her? Any merch books? You contact her directly. Um, Before we get out of here, we got a couple like 5, 10 more minutes. But what's first 2 things? Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for telling your story and what you know who you are as a writer and talking about your books. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come and join me on this platform and just get your story. So I want to thank you. Thank you for even considering me for being in that in the movie. When we did
Yes.
do it, it was fun. I had a good time. Um, if I was in New York, I would love to have done the audio for you.
Yeah.
And if it's in God's plan, we never know. We'll see how that can work out one day. But what would you tell any up and coming writer, director? Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot one thing. Your podcast.
Hmm.
How did I forget that? Poop podcast. What? Talk about your podcast, quick fast. Not quick fast, but what it's about, and you know what type of guests you have on there. Just basically a quick overview of your podcast.
Okay, so my podcast is basically about, I usually have story time. I have a men's mental health. I was supposed to have a women's mental health, but that um was pushed back. Um I have I did I mention story time?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I have that. I usually have story time. I have advice. I have affirmations. Um yeah, yeah. That's
It,
basically it. Um
it just have like a lot of inspiration, a lot of good conductive
yeah, and
conductive
yeah,
open dialogue.
and relatable content as well. So Yeah.
Where can when is it when is it on? When did you go live? Was it on YouTube or IG, Facebook?
It's usually on YouTube. It's on Apple, Spotify. I also have my other podcast page. So it's Podcast Powell.
Okay,
Um
okay, podcast power. Is that
mhm.
one word?
Yes. I think
Okay,
it's a underscore after Powell. I don't even remember.
okay. I actually see it. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Go follow Podcast Power. Get in tune with her, you know, the affirmations, mental health, and women's mental health, and all of that. Just tap in. See what you never know. You might make your day. You might get some good information. It might help you get through your day.
Yeah.
You know, or might help somebody else get through their day. Never minimize your outlets. Never undermine who can help you and who's the outlet or who's the shoulder. So reach out, Podcast Power, man. So yeah, man. Again, shout out to you. Continue doing your thing, man. Continue writing your books. Continue pushing the envelope. Continue taking risks.
Right.
Continue to break the rules. Continue to make your own rules, man.
That's
You know,
it.
F them, F them. Why not? If you're gonna be known for something, be known for breaking the rules, man.
Right.
Cause that's what we all. That's what history is about. Breaking the rules and creating your own rules, creating your own path, man. Um, give out your IG, your website, your Facebook, whatever, where they can follow you. You know, whatever you want to say is it's your platform. Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
I mean, my advice to anybody and everybody, not just particularly writers, but like if you have a dream, don't worry about who's not supporting you. Just focus and thrive in your purpose. Just be in your zone. Do it. Even if you need to take a break, take a break if you need to. Like me, when I write my books, I take breaks. I don't give up. I take breaks. So definitely take breaks. And don't be hard on yourself. You're a human being. Give yourself some grace and like literally be just be gentle with yourself. You're a human being. You're not perfect,
Mm,
So just definitely take time and that's it.
yeah. Take time, drink water, stay out the way.
That's
Stay
it.
out the way. Follow Audrey. Follow Podcast Powell. You know, get in tune with her, tap in. Go check out for them books. You can hit her up directly if you want to purchase the book, you want to get in tune. Talk to her, man. Like I said, this is all about expanding the networks, man. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
And crossing the networks and getting people to mess with each other and just getting unified, man. That's what it's all about. And I'm glad that I had you on tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you again for coming on. Please, anybody that tuned in, please follow her. Follow both her pages, guys. Audrey, good night. I thank you again.
Thank
You know
you.
my motto: if you don't, continue to write your own history, man, or someone will write it for you.
Right.
Keep doing your thing.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All
Thanks
right.
again.
Thank you.
Good night. Yeah, so yes, people. Yes. Shout out to Audrey. Dope. Dope. Get in tune with her. Follow her podcast. Follow her page. Get in tune with her creativity, her books. Deception, Lies, and Betrayal. Repent and PTSD. Also get in touch, get in tap in with her Podcast Power. He goes through many times, like he said, mental health, females, women's, a lot of different topics, affirmations, just a lot of open dialogue and open discussion. So yeah, you know my motto, man. Write your own history or song. We'll write it for you. Turn that hurdle to a hustle. Turn that obstacle into an opportunity. Don't just be active, be productive. It's impossible to think an impossible thought. It's only